It's Friday night. You know what time it is. It's time for a podcast show, Money Talks, brought to you by Premier Wrestling. L.B.A is the place to be, baby. And here we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Money Talks. This is episode 2. We're actually episode 2.
I know. It's amazing. I'm so excited.
Yes, and by next to me tonight, and here is, my co-host, Jesika with a K. I remembered your name.
You got it right today.
I have my coffee. So, yeah. I'm all cool right now. So, we got a big show today. We got a lot of special guests on today. We got Zachy Rage coming in. We've got, we've got Ace, the Ace Mark, Mr. Ace. Ace is the place with the help for hardware, folks. He's coming in. And we got the women's champion coming in, surprisingly enough. That's 2 champions. We got the middleweight champion and the women's champion coming in. But, earlier, I was talking
on the
first podcast, we had somebody mention a lot of things about certain people that are in our federation, that are in Premier Wrestling, that are going to have to answer questions for and stuff like that. I'm trying to get those people in eventually too. Before that, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Pink Moon Garden. It's a RP sim that's owned by Wula. I like to thank Tabby's Club.
Great place to be.
I'm not going to say Mount Judas again. Fuck it, I'll say it. I'm going to thank Mount Judas once again. I got a party coming up soon at the bunker once more. I mean, we're going to have a Cowboys and Indians thing, or Pilgrims and Indians, whatever you want to call it. It's all right. So,
okay, it's a theme party. I like it.
Jesika, you were very frantic earlier today. Can you care to explain why you're kind of like, antsy at the door and on the phone, and what's going on with that? What was going on this morning with you?
Well, this is our new podcast, and I just want to make sure everything is copacetic throughout, especially with all of our coworkers, teammates, and you have some ongoing issues with one of my fellow commentators, and I wanted you guys to kind of bury the hatchet, or maybe talk it out and see what happens with that.
Bury the hatchet? I don't know about that. I mean, Paul's a great commentator. I'll just give him that. But I'll tell you what, man. That dude is like Bobby the Brain Heenan. He is a straight-up weasel. He's a snake. He's a rat.
Well, maybe there's things that you both can, maybe come to an understanding about. So he is here today.
Wait, what? You actually brought him to... You actually brought him to the studio?
I sure did, yes. Oh, my gosh. That's what this is about, right?
Well, that's understandable and stuff like that, but bringing him to the studio without my consent is kind of a low ball. But since you're new, I can understand where you're coming from. If you really want to bring, if you really want to bring him in. I'm going to promise that I'm not going to jump over to, the table and grab him by his little tiny stubby ponytail and toss him out the window or nothing like that. I swear. There's no violence here, so, I mean, he's actually pretty
certainly
safe.
Handle it.
I don't want to mess up my nails anyway. I just got the manicured. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me see where he's at. Let me go get him. One sec, okay?
He's probably hiding in a dirty magazine stand.
Paul?
Whoa. Jesika with a K. You asked me the other day if I do this stupid podcast with you. I didn't know that this moron was going to be here either.
Of course, so I'm his co-host.
Whoa, let me talk. This man, I shouldn't even be in the room with this man. You lied to me. You said, I'm new here. I want to do a podcast. I want to make my name known, blah, blah, blah. You're such a superstar. I need people to listen to my podcast. You asked me to come on. You didn't tell me that this idiot was going to be here. Hey, L.B.A, where's your 2 bimbos at? Huh?
I'm not even going to talk to you, Paul. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need to be here.
Gentlemen.
You shut up.
Okay,
Listen to me.
we
You know
need to
what? Hold
come
on. Hold, Jessica, listen. Let me talk here.
with
You
the
know what?
K.
You guys think that I'm really stupid, that I would have come here alone, that I didn't think there was going to be some type of, BS going on behind the scenes. You know what? I brought my boy with me. You know how I was saying Saturday, I'm on the A team? I'm on the A team. Okay? I shouldn't have to be doing these little house shows. I'm
Let
on
me
the
guess, you brought
show
Mr. T and Murdoch, right?
with my
Mr. T and
boy.
Murdoch. How about
You know what? You're going to
Two-Face?
say that? You're going to keep saying that now, L.B.A? Let's see if you say it now in front of his face. Come on in, Ryan. Come on in, Ryan. Let's see what you
Ah,
have to say
we
now.
have more company. Welcome, Ryan. It's great to see you.
Of course, it's great to see me. Why wouldn't it be?
All right, everybody, hide your folding chairs.
Oh, why don't you respect it? The chairman's here,
Oh,
L.B.A. Respect the chairman.
we got.
There's only
I
one
got
chairman I
plans.
respect there, Paul, and that's Trey Steele. Thank you.
He ain't,
Give
he
me a
ain't the
break.
chairman. He ain't the chairman.
You seen what my
Hell,
boy did to Trey Steele? Tell him, Ryan.
I
that
saw a
sounded
chair
so
come out.
good. That felt great, and the way that sounded, the chair hitting against his body. Oh, what a rush that was! I
It was
loved every minute of it.
the best part of the whole season.
Best
Well,
part of the whole
technically, it
season,
wasn't
right?
a chair match.
Oh,
No, but I took matters into my own hands. You know, somebody asked me to take care of something for him, and I took care of it.
all right. Well, let me ask you this: are you sure you're going to be okay with all the fans calling you a bargain basement Jeff Jarrett? Ain't you great?
What?
Don't care what the fans say.
Yeah, fans are idiots.
Yo, if they're gonna boo me, let them boo me. I don't care. All I care about is getting that reaction from them. And the pay is nice, but getting that little extra for doing a favor for somebody makes it even better.
All right. Well, I
All
mean,
about what I need to do.
let's reiterate on that then, Ryan. Don't mind the little schmeagle that's running around your little side candy right over there. Listen, just let me ask you a question, Ryan. What did you hope to accomplish by attacking Trey Steele in a world heavyweight title fight with Omen, quote unquote? So what were you hoping to accomplish from that? What's your goals for that?
Basically, Trey likes disrespecting people. He's disrespected me on many occasions. He's disrespected a lot of other superstars. And I got tired of it. So I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to show them, you want to disrespect me? You're going to feel the steel across your body. And I know it
Absolutely.
didn't feel good. And by the way, she's not my side candy. She is my sister, and she's also my manager.
Yeah, show
And
some
you brought her on
respect.
side
Yeah.
candy again, you and me are going to have issues.
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of new here, but isn't that considered cheating?
What's
Don't
cheating?
swallow
No
that.
one, no
If you
one
don't
ain't
Pulling out
swallow
a
cheating.
the candy,
chair
man.
No
on
one asked
a
you.
match that's not a chair match?
Hey,
Jessica, what are you doing? What do you care? What do you care?
I just want to make sure things
Hey,
are
look,
fair
you're going to
on
respect my
Hold on.
co-host
yeah.
while you're
Can I say
here.
something? You shut up. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Who's
You
going to
didn't.
stop
You
you?
know, no one said nothing to Trey Steele when he came over to the comms table, and I think week 3 and disrespected me and Ryan. We were doing our job better than anybody in this damn business. He
So
came
was
over
that
there.
payback then?
I'm just saying.
you can
You know,
take
if
it.
So
you want
You
was
can
to,
that
take it
was that
however
want
you
to talk with
want.
what
personal?
Ryan did, why don't you
You
talk
can
what Trey Steele did to us?
you can take it however you want. You want to take it as payback? Fine. Look at it as payback. But it was something. It was building up inside of me. I was like, I've got to let this out. And best way, chair across the body. Put him down.
Shock her
Fair
And
around
enough.
the premiere world. That's what that was.
exactly.
You know, I feel like if you want to sit here and call people bimbos, that these two should be able to say something to you then.
Oh,
So why don't they mic up and say something to you if you want to sit here and call them bimbos?
oh, please. That's what they are. You know, you come from Silicon Valley. Both of them are filled with silicone. No wonder why you come from there.
Oh, wow. Really?
Really, we are there, Paul.
Absolutely.
I'd like to know how you know this when you
Let me
don't
ask
know
you
me from
something.
anyone.
Let me ask you something, Lily. Okay, let me ask you something. You know, I found out through good sources about your little friend over here, your little person here that you're a manager or the agent of. You know, this guy's a freaking loser. Okay, why do you still even manage this guy? I don't even get it.
He is not a loser and he doesn't run his mouth or have
Oh
a
no.
bitch fun like you do. I'm sorry. I like real men and you're just a joke.
Oh, is that right? I'm just a joke. I'm just a joke. Your boyfriend was just a joke too because he got thrown out of Hollywood. Okay, he got thrown out of Hollywood, and he thinks because his holier than goddamn now attitude, he can walk into Premier Wrestling and think he can manage to get to the top because he has money. That's bullshit, and you know it, and I know it, and
Whoa,
what
whoa, whoa,
LBA,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
you
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa,
know
whoa.
it too.
Listen, I didn't walk out of Hollywood. It's not my fault that all these tabloids say that I don't do my own stunts. Okay, you know
Oh, you don't. You
these
know why?
people
You don't do your own
nowadays.
stuff. You
These
know why
people.
you don't do your own stuff? You can't even win a goddamn match in the Federation. That's why.
I won a match last Sunday against
Won a
Josh
match.
Poffo.
You were commenting.
Josh Poffo.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And also, back in week 3, I won a match against Zachy Rage. But of course, your boy, Mr. Brian Bennett, decided that he was going to hit me in the head with a freaking 2x4, and that got stopped instantly. And where's he at now? Where's he at?
Deserved it. And you know what? You deserve. I don't know nothing about Brian Bennett.
A
Okay, he's
lot of
not my
hitting in the
boy.
head.
Okay, he was my boy when he was here. But you know what? You deserved it. You came in here and you stuck your mouth where it didn't belong. You came in here and you chimed in on things that had nothing to do with you. You go on Twitter and you put your money, you drink your $100 cup of coffee. You freaking go in here. Oh, look at all the money I had. Look at my jets. Look at my 2 bimbos I have around my shoulders. You know what? You're a piece of shit. That's what you are.
So is that what this is all about, Paul? The
It's straight up. It's straight up.
Mind your own business,
you?
Jessica with a K.
It's
We
straight.
don't
It's
want
straight up.
my
I'm not even
business.
going to
We
talk to you no
invited
more.
you
You
here.
lied. You lied. I'm not even talking to you no more, Jessica with a K. So you can mind your own damn business over there.
It's straight up jealousy, Jess. That's all it is.
I'm jealous.
That's all it
I'm
is.
the best at what I do, and you know it.
That's all it is, man. That guy
That's
couldn't even last a month underneath my regular schedule. Yeah, Hollywood kicked me out, but you know why Hollywood kicked me out?
What's that?
Hollywood
You
kicked.
say cut. You need the stunt double in here. That's your regular schedule. You're reading stupid lines off of paper. That's your freaking schedule. Give me a break.
This is all unhinged, man. There ain't no papers in front of me. We're speaking man to man right now, and I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and I'm going to be straight up with you. All right, I don't like you, and I don't have to like you. Okay, I can still be good and do good and not like you. We already proved that at Port Coconua when I busted your freaking bubble in front of your buddy Dante and Jessica.
Is that what you did? Big L.B.A here, going off script. Let's call the insider stuff. Going off script and coming over to the comms table because you got your ass handed to you in the ring. Is that why? Because you couldn't beat anybody in the Federation. You want to come over and mess with the commentators who aren't paid to wrestle? That's why you're a big guy. You're a big boy, L.B.A. Yeah, you're a big boy.
No, we're gonna sit here and discuss my past then, right? Yeah, I got kicked out of Hollywood, right? Okay, but I was still getting movies. I was still getting endorsement deals.
You're going to tell me right now that the person that I spoke to is lying to me that you didn't get kicked out of Hollywood?
I told you I got kicked out of Hollywood. I'm not going to sit there and lie about it.
Why don't you tell everybody why you got kicked out, L.B.A.? Tell everybody why you got kicked out.
I already told you why I got kicked out. It's because the tabloids believed that I had what you call a Johnny Cage complex.
Yeah.
That I couldn't do my own stunts. My stunts were fake. You know, and then people nowadays in 2020 are going to believe anything they hear. You know, and that's how it's going to go. But I'm sitting here interviewing. I have nothing to say to you either. I'm here interviewing Ryan, and you had to sulk your way in here, you know, because Jessica was trying to do something nice, which I'm not mad at her at all.
Yeah, she was doing something nice.
But me and you, we're never going to bury this hatchet. Ever.
Yeah, you're damn right we're not.
So there's no agreement we're going to come to. Is that what you guys are telling me? Fair enough. I tried. So, Ryan.
Yes.
How are you doing today? I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you very much, Jessica.
Yes. With a K. So what's going on with Trey? Do you think there's going to be a rematch in the future?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I will put that old dog down like a vet puts a dog down. He ain't gonna. He will not be able to survive what I will put him through.
All right.
I don't care. Even if it's a regular match, I've got some special toys planned for him. He will wish he never looked at me, because he will be put down like an old dog that he is.
Well, it seems like you've transitioned amazingly from commentator over to wrestler, and you're doing a great job. So,
Well,
you know,
thank you very much.
yes,
You
keep
know
up
what?
the
I'm
good
just
work.
gonna I'm gonna say this right now, Ryan Rose. I apologize, but I'm gonna have to get up out of this chair and leave right now
Yeah,
because if I
leave. That's what
don't,
you're good at.
I'm gonna
That's what
catch a
you're good
fucking
at.
case.
Yeah, that's what you're good at. See you later.
All
Well,
right.
You know what,
well,
Jessica? Don't. That's it. Don't talk. I'm getting ready for season 8 with my boy next to me. I'm getting ready for season 8. Don't ask me to do any of these stupid podcasts. Don't ask me to do any of your stupid interviews because you lied to me and you lied to me again. If I ever come in a room with that piece of shit again because of you, I'm done. See you later.
All right.
and like
Exit,
I
Mr.
said,
Slater.
if Trey has anything to say, tell him to come up to my face and say it.
I'm
If,
not sure if you had a chance to listen to our first podcast, but he did call you out.
well, I
I
listened to it.
listened to it.
It sounded like it was a little bit low. I really couldn't hear what he was saying. But if he wants to call me out, he knows where I am. Bring it. I'm ready
Awesome.
for you. Not,
Awesome.
even if I don't use a chair, his fist will crack his skull wide open like an egg.
All right. Well, that's definitely something we all need to prepare for. All
Oh, I
right.
can't wait. I can't wait to see if he wants to challenge me. Let him bring it. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. He wants to disrespect people, but he don't like when he's disrespected. How's it feel, Trey? You're on the hit list now.
All right. Great. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Ryan?
Well, besides the fact that now, Rose is coming out to the ring, making sure that nobody on the outside tries to get involved. Just because I've seen some of the other wrestlers, they come out with their managers, with their business partners, with their whatever. She's just there to keep an eye on my back, make sure that they don't try to get involved. Because I've seen plenty of the managers slash valets get involved when they don't belong.
Okay.
So I know Rosie's got my back. She's always had my back. She knows that I got her back too.
All right. Well, welcome,
Oh, yeah.
Rose. It's great to see you. I'm sure I'll be seeing more of you.
Oh, definitely.
Good.
Like it's been said on both items, 100%.
Great. All right. Well, thank you both for coming on our podcast. We truly appreciate you. Sorry for all that ruckus. That was definitely some weird entanglement going on between those two guys.
Those two will work it out eventually. If not, I got to step in, and then it ain't gonna be pretty.
Yeah. Well,
Somebody's gonna steal a
You're
chair.
Paul's friend. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, Paul and I mean, we rock it rocking it every week during the main show, during the season, taking the comms to a new level. Every season we bring it up a little bit more. And like I said, he and I do agree on some things. There's some things we might not agree on, but we try to work it out and and do what we need to do to keep the fans engaged, keep the story going, because they can see the action. But what we do is bring them the story, let them know what's going on.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, Paul is definitely he does have some good insight regarding wrestling moves and stuff. So I personally feel sometimes his comments are a little out there and maybe perhaps inappropriate. And
Not as bad as Pagan.
well, that is
Oh,
true.
oh,
Okay,
wait till you see. I'm gonna be turning up 3 or 4 notches this season.
all right. Well, season eight's definitely one to look forward to.
Oh, definitely. Thank you,
Uh,
Jessica, for having me on, and L.B.A, if you're around, thank you much. And who knows, maybe our paths will cross in the ring, and it ain't gonna be pretty. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you, Jessica. And
all
thank you,
right,
LBA.
Rose, Ryan, thank you so much for coming again, and have a great evening.
You
All
too.
right, we will.
All right, let's see what happened to LBA. Hey, Luca.
I can't believe this. All right, I'm back. I'm good. Whoosah. That's
You
not
gotta
just
do that
from that's
thing.
just not
Well,
from
that
Bad
got a little
Boys 2.
hairy.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I like to know who's a reliable source is, to be honest with you. You know, I'm going to reiterate a little bit. Yes, Paul was right. I did get kicked out of Hollywood. It was because I did something bad. It's because the tabloids decided to say, hey, you know, that L.B.A character, that Luca character, seems to be, you know, not doing his own stunts. And, you know, he seems like he's a bit of a bad guy. And, you know, he seems like, you know, the tabloids nowadays, especially, you know, in the City of Lights and the City of Angels and stuff like that, they really try to peg you as something that you're not. You know, and that's why I have Lily as my agent. You know, Lily is the one that makes sure that I don't get in situations where the tabloids can, you know, bust my ass or try to get me in trouble with stuff. No. You know, Lily, that's the reason why she's there. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned my last few films weren't even in Hollywood. They were over in Taiwan. They were over in Korea, South Korea. They were over in India and stuff like that. So, you know,
Definitely well traveled.
my last actual hit in Hollywood was about 4 years ago, and the other couple 3 or 4 hits that I had were over in Taiwan and stuff like that, where I'm actually still very much famous, and the tabloids don't, you know, depict everything that's going on. Hollywood is a dirty political place, full of snakes. And, you know, maybe we'll talk about that eventually, but this is a wrestling podcast. I'm not mad at you for bringing him in and trying, but as you can see, me and him have a lot of bad blood between us, and that's going to get solved anyway. So, Premier Wrestling Management, if you're hearing this, you know, we got to get this situated. Honestly, you got a superstar here that is having a disagreement with one of your comps people. It happens, you know, but I can understand somebody bad-mouthing me because they're on the what you call heel commentator group, and I'm a face wrestler. You know, let's break the fourth wall a little bit here. But, you know, Paul needs to get his priorities straight. Paul thinks he's doing good. Paul thinks he's doing right, but in reality, the only Paul thing is doing is poking the bear. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's a time where, you know, if you get kicked in the teeth, all you really taste is blood and dirt, right? So it's going to come a time where Paul's going to keep on running his mouth and running his mouth and running his mouth and running his mouth, and that's fine. But then there's going to come a time where the zero is going to come out. And the zero is something that that is a little bit of darkness inside of me that I keep inside of me. Something I really don't like to bring out because the zero, you know, is a family thing. And I don't want to really bring that out too much, you know, because in reality, bringing that out is probably not the best thing right now, especially for the career that I'm starting here in Premier Wrestling. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. I'm going to go get my mind set, and then we're going to have, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have Zach Rage on next. So everybody stay tuned, and thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We are back with Money Talks.
How's it going, Luca?
Finally calm myself down a little bit.
Better?
I had a mocha latte, so I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. I had them put a little shot of Bailey's Irish cream in there for me.
Better.
Yeah, so I'm calm now. The nerves are straight. I'm all right. Just glad his car just went down the side of the side. He just left. He's gone. I don't have to deal with him until later. So we got our next available guest on right now, Mr. Zachy Rage, and he's going through a lot right now. He's doing a lot of things on the house show circuit and things like that. But let's bring him in and see what he has to say and see what's going on with him. Come on in, Zach.
How's it going, guys?
Have a seat there,
Hey,
bud.
Zach. How's it going? Nice to see you.
Always a pleasure, Jessica.
How you been, Mr. Zach? Hope you're doing well.
Oh, great.
Good,
Excited for next season. Everything's going great.
So, yeah. This is when he talks. What we usually do here is, it's unscripted. We hit you with a bunch of questions. You can answer them. You don't have to answer them. It's fine. We just sit here and have fun. This is for everybody.
Sounds cool.
This is for everybody at Premier Wrestling, for their fans, stuff like that. We are brought to you by Premier. So, last couple house shows, you've been getting pretty extreme. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about these matches that you were doing these past couple house shows?
You mean like the Metro Crow? Me and Crow go way back. Let's just say I've had quite a few encounters with Crow, and that was one hell of a match. I still feel it to today, even though it was 2 weeks ago. I still have scars in my head from going through the speakers.
Oh, that definitely have had to have hurt. I did. I was there at that match.
Yeah, that did not feel good for the next week.
You know what hurt me? Me having to get a brand new limo. Oh,
wow.
There we go,
That's
limo.
right.
See, I'm not even bothered with Zach and Cruel doing what they did to my limo because it was already destroyed. I had to blame Insidious for that, of course. I kind of had burn insurance, I'll tell you that right now. So,
Speaking, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Speaking of Insidious, I had a match with him this past weekend. A tag match with one of the best wrestlers around, one of the best rookies, not including yourself, with SMF.
Yeah, SMF's my homeboy, man. Australian Shawn Michaels, baby. Ow! So,
how did that fare for you guys?
We didn't end up winning, but Insidious and Ryan, even though they couldn't get along, they made one hell of an opposition for me and SMF.
Oh, I bet. The chairman himself and the demon from down below, man. I actually watched that match, to tell you the truth, man. I was actually very surprised. Ryan, of course, hit Insidious with a freaking chair. Naturally.
Well, that's his MO, yeah.
That's his MO, yeah.
For sure. The chairman. I like that. Fits him very well.
So, Zach, what can we expect this coming new season?
And SMF, Zach and SMF, you both showed very good sportsmanship, and you played a very good tag team. Is that something you previously discussed, or did you have a plan going in?
Oh yeah, we always have a plan. I always have a plan, no matter whether it's singles or tag team. I plan to go out there and give it 110%. Win or lose, I give it my all for the Premier Wrestling fans.
Yeah, I can tell you honestly right now, Jessica, I'll tell you what, one of my first matches was against Zach, honestly. And, he gave 110% in that. And I'll be honest with you, he's one of my favorite people to work with, honestly. It's I'll always stepping in the ring with a lot of people, to name a few, definitely Xander Garcia. I like stepping in the ring with SMF himself. I did have the esteemed pleasure of wrestling SMF. Yeah, that's where he got the moniker, the Australian Shawn Michaels, because of his zebra-type pants and stuff. But Zach was definitely a good opposition in the ring also, man. So I have to be honest with you. I never got to speak to you about this, but I'm kind of glad that I got to be in the ring with you, and I really hope that we could be in the ring again, man. It's a good competition. So,
oh, yeah. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. One of the brightest futures I see are for you and FMF are going nothing but uphill.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, the new season's starting up soon. What can we expect from Zach Rage? Is there anything going on this season? You don't have to give us no spoilers or nothing, because I'll tell you again like I said in the first episode, the powers to be, the management's like, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. But what is going on in your foreseeable future, Zach? What's going on with Zach Rage?
Well, I've been in the gym training a lot. There's going to be a lot of impact at Season 8. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
I am so looking forward to it.
So am I, Jessica. So am I.
So, I heard through the grapevine that a couple of your friends are actually doing a tag team.
20, 30, and 50.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Can you shut my door, please?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, thank you. Sorry, somebody owed me money. Anyway, back to it.
It's important.
Back to it. So I heard a couple of your friends are starting up a tag team. You know anything about that? We didn't really get too much info about it. All I know is that their tag team name is called The Living Dead. You got anything to retaliate on that?
Living Dead. Let's just say legendary tag team. Nothing but chaos can come from them. I mean, there are pioneers of the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
Cruel.
Cruel is one of them. Yeah.
Pioneer of the hardcore division. Bugger. He is a legend on his own self. Former world champion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be trouble in the making. Let's just say. I feel sorry for anyone who has to face him.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Surprised you said that, because me and SMF, as you know, we're friends, and we do discuss things. Me and SMF actually want to lay down a challenge for Cruel and Bugger whenever we get a chance. We definitely want to do a tag team match sometime down the line in a house show, because me and SMF, officially / unofficially have our own tag team right now. We can't say officially because the powers to be did not pass it yet. However, we can say unofficially because in the house shows, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that.
House shows, yeah.
I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that, because SMF did bring it to my attention that the tag team division's getting a little bit spicier in the house shows. So maybe possibly you can bug one of their ears and let them know that they do have challengers that are awaiting them. Absolutely, yeah. So
I'll see what I can do. Maybe kick their graves. See if I can't get them to wake up long enough to answer you.
Okay.
So, Zach, is there anyone in particular that you're looking to get back into the ring with, or get into the ring with?
I'm happy you point that out, Jessica, because recently I heard about this model person coming in. Let me tell you about a little story about Matt, the model. I trained him.
Okay.
Okay.
But then, randomly, when he was about to debut the first time, when I debuted, we were planning on debuting together.
All right.
But for some reason, whenever we got the contract and everything, he got a modeling gig.
Ah. Okay.
And then he went to Paris or New York or wherever the heck he went for God knows how many months. And then randomly, I guess Paul, someone you know well, had gotten into his ear, telling him he didn't need me. So
Is that
yeah,
our Paul Slater?
yes, Paul Slater, the pretty boy.
Oh
Ah,
God.
I
Yeah.
got a
that's
feeling.
Lucas Bestie.
No, it's not Luca's bestie. It's not L.B.A.'s bestie whatsoever. He's lucky that Ryan and Rose were here for that podcast, because if it was just him alone, he would have got tossed out the window. Not even gonna lie, it was really bad. But yeah, Paul
Yeah,
Slater.
I got a feeling that he's been in math here, telling him he don't need me. He can do it fine on his own as the model,
Mhm.
changing his name and everything to the model Matt. I was like, okay, whatever. You can go do your own thing then.
So you're looking forward to getting into the ring with Matt then?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to messing up his pretty little face.
All right.
Okay. So Mr. Zach, time's running out. We got one more question for you. I asked everybody this question at the end of their interview. Is there anybody in Premier Wrestling right now that you dislike and you have a chance to call them out, unscripted and uncensored? So that's what we usually use that part for. If not, you don't have to. You don't have to basically say anything. You could just be, I don't really have a problem with anybody there, and we could just say our goodbyes and be on our way.
I'd probably say Matt.
Matt?
I'm looking for. I want to call Matt the model out anytime.
All
Any
right.
place.
All right, all right. Well, Mr. Zach, thank you very much for taking some time out of your day to come speak to us.
It was great talking with you, Zach.
We'd like to have you on again. We'd like to have you on again sometime later. All right, brother. Take it easy and have a good night.
You too.
All right.
All right. Take care. I think you should start saying, like, our secretary will show you out.
Yes. Well, guess what, Jessica?
Yeah.
We have Ace right away. So let's go take a commercial break, and we'll be back with Ace. Only here on Money Talks. We are back at Money Talks. Whew. I'll tell you what, we got a star-studded cast here tonight for this podcast, man. We got the middleweight champion waiting in the wings. And then right after him, we got the women's champion.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is a star-spangled banner of a freaking podcast today, I'll tell you that right now. So, we want to bring in the Ace Mark, Mr. Ace himself. Come on in, Ace. Come and sit down. Have a seat.
Thank you, Luca.
Hi, how you doing, Ace?
I couldn't let it go by. Ace Mark is the name of the most dangerous move ever in Premier. Sadly, it's not my name. My name is That Ace.
That Ace. All right.
I like it. Welcome, That Ace.
Thank you, Jessica. So, what do you got for me?
Yes. So, last season, you and SMF were going at it last season, and the season finale. Tell me, man, what was going through your mind with that? Actually, last season in general, you were really going at it with certain people, man. So tell me, what was the whole thing between you and SMF?
SMF. He was just a pain in my side. And it is expected. I'm back at the top of my game, baby. I am the champion. And people will come after me. He used his son as an excuse. Like, he can be bringing his son to my locker room. I saw a kid in my locker room. I kicked him out, and out of nowhere, SMF is like challenging me for matches and stuff.
Right. I did remember seeing that. So that was actually for the season finale, and Ace, you actually won that match. So congratulations on that and all that. So
definitely congratulations.
I think a lot of our fans want to know, how do you feel that Hunter is back in Premier Wrestling? How do you feel about that?
Hunter. Like, I hope he just stay at his place. He already knows how dangerous I am. And I know how dangerous he is. It's best for both of us if each of us is on their own lane.
Yes.
I, however, I can see how dangerous he is right now, and I'm not dumb.
No.
But he knows how dangerous and how smart I am. I can find a weakness, even so he probably has nothing visible right now. But I will find it if he goes after me, and I will make him mine again if he came after me. Same as how I tricked SMF. SMF played so good. I didn't expect him to be that strong, considering his new guy in Premier Wrestling. But when he pissed me off, I just used my brain. I showed him he can't just challenge the ace. The ace is in another. He is a superior level, and that's why I'm 3 times champion. And if I lose it, I become the 4th time champion.
Right. So, with that being said, new season's coming up, Ace. So, what can the fans expect from the Ace in the new season coming up here?
I'm back to my new goal. My goal is to ace mark every single superstar who think he is something. The ace is the best. I am the best. And I don't need to be the biggest. I don't need to be the fastest. I don't need to have the most muscular body. I just need to be the perfect, complete package. I'm the smartest. I can see everything from above. It's like a piece. Everyone is like a piece of chess, and I'm controlling the board.
Very good, Saint. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, I, for one, will probably be staying out of your way for the most part. Because I have a little bit of bone to pick with a certain somebody in Premiere, and Season 8 is definitely going to be a very, very high anticipation for me as well. So, with that being said, I know that you do a lot of booking for the house shows and things like that, and you actually are a part of management for Premier Wrestling. So, tell us, how difficult is it to actually book a house show?
That's a great question.
Actually, this is more like a side job.
Okay.
I just do it for the money. Same as how I joined wrestling.
Yes.
I joined wrestling for the money. I used to be in the streets,
Yes.
and that's how I got all my skills. I have the survival skills.
Absolutely, yes.
I don't care about the fans. I don't care about my opponents. I don't care about management. I only care about the money, and that's the only reason I had to use my skills to get these titles, just for the paycheck.
Absolutely, yeah. We can skip past that then. So,
And technically, you're so great that you really don't need your skills. You can just go and do it, right, the Ace? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what most people think, but I actually put lots of planning before the matches. Everyone just goes there and do it, and that's why I'm better, because I know what they would think, I know what they would try to do, and I will always be 2 steps ahead.
all right, so our time's running out here, Ace, so I'm going to ask you the question that I ask everybody that comes into here. It's a question you don't really have to answer if you don't want to. Who now in Premier Wrestling do you have an issue with? And if you have an issue with somebody, you have the floor to call them out on this podcast if you like.
Let's see. Who did I not mark yet? Because every one of you is on my hunt list, and I will find you, I will mark you. So if you are not marked yet, look behind your shoulder.
That sounds like everybody. Okay.
Very strong statement there, yeah.
Definitely.
So, Ace, I want to thank you for giving us some time for this podcast and coming here and talking to us. I cannot wait to see what the Ace has planned for Season 8. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yes, the Ace. We are certainly looking forward to seeing what you got going on.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Luca.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you.
Day.
You too.
Wow. He's a very intense guy.
Definitely.
I like it.
You can
I like that
feel
fire.
it from him. Yeah.
I love that
Him. I
fire.
love it.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like the last match, um, you know, the last match that he had with SMF, man, it was just like blew my freaking mind. And SMF actually had a broken arm when he was in that match. So big shout out to SMF for putting up with that,
Yes, I
man,
remember
especially getting
him
marked.
hitting the ace with his cast
Yeah, he
at
did
one
actually.
point.
Yeah, broke the cast too, if I'm
I
not mistaken.
yes,
So,
definitely painful on both ends.
Jessica, we have a commercial break coming up, and then we're going to have the women's champion on right up the sideline. So we'll be right back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Money Talks. We are back with Money Talks. Whew. I'll tell you what,
How's it going?
I'm going to need a wet towel after this, man. We have so many
Definitely
people
been a
here.
long
It's
day.
a long day, I'm telling you. This is like jam-packed podcast. We had like, I think Ace took one of our bottles of booze and left. He took the cheap stuff,
He deserves
though.
it.
I don't know about that, but he took the cheap stuff, though, and Ryan's kind of made a mess of my mini bar, pain in the ass. So we have one more guest. We saved the best for last. We have the women's champion, the rebel sweetheart herself, Issa, waiting in the wings. Let's bring her in right now, shall we?
All right, Issa, come on down.
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Well, hello.
Hello, it's the rebel sweetheart, or who I like to call in the locker room, Champ. What's going on, Champ?
Oh, things are going great. I'm finishing up my vacation and getting ready to start the new season.
Well, come and have a seat here. Come and have a seat. Come on in. Sit for a while. So, I for one am a fan. I'm pretty sure Jessica's a fan too.
Oh my goodness! Of course, yes, definitely.
But don't tell anybody in TV land I'm a fan, because the face being a fan with a heel is not really good.
Hey, I've been at this long enough. I've got them from both sides, so to me, it's just another cheer in the crowd.
There you go. There you go. So, Issa, this is how we do it on here. It's unscripted. It's uncensored. We'll ask you questions that pop up on top of our heads. And basically we have fun here and stuff like that. This is what the podcast is all about. We are Money Talks. We basically get to the good sources, the good stuff. We get to the meat of the bone and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I want to ask you, what happened at the season finale? What was going on there?
Well, to be honest, I got tired of the constant verbal attacks and just took matters into my own hands.
Absolutely.
I love our ref, and she's pretty thorough most times, but
we're talking about Cena, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Cena.
But she did miss something, and I took advantage of it, and it worked out perfectly.
Another thing about these podcasts is we don't fault people for taking that way out and stuff like that. You got the win. You're still the women's champion and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure your adversary, Honey Pots, would not be too happy about that. So,
Well, all I've got to say is this: if I have to do it again, I will. I have no qualms about doing what I did again.
Absolutely. So another thing is we've been seeing a lot is, and I'm pretty sure Jessica would like to know about this too. A recently fired GM, LG. You and him have what we call strange bedfellows where I come from. So you want to kind of alliterate on that, on what's going on between you and him, or
Well, I'm not exactly happy about it. I That's gonna make things a little rougher for me, possibly in the future.
Right.
But as I'm sure that our fans have seen in past seasons, I learned to roll with the punches. Um, so I'm going to take it in stride, and I am going to put my whispers out and see what I can do about bringing back my corner. Um,
Wow.
yes, he and I did have words a few times, and it wasn't always pleasant, but he was there and you know, kept the riffraff off of me
I see.
when I
Okay.
needed.
Yeah. So, this new season coming up, you don't have to give us any spoilers, but where do we see the Rebel Sweetheart going from here? I mean, you're the women's champion, you're multi-decorated, you're a veteran in the locker room. You know, just like Izzy Baum, who was on here last episode, you're kind of like a locker room general. You're kind of like a locker room heroess. To the ladies in the back, the newly formed ladies that are coming into Premiere. We're talking about the, some people in training right now, Fawn, the Purge, and we're talking about my associate Lilith, who's actually in training right now, and Declan and things like that. The new blood, I call them. So, how does it feel? Being the women's champion, being the Rebel sweetheart, and having such a big responsibility in the locker room with being a locker room general and being like one of the seasoned veterans in the locker room.
Well, to be honest, it's a situation where for me, I find the strongest person of these new recruits, and be it face or heel, and take them under my wing. And if they end up coming against me, then I show them where physically
Mm-hmm.
where they're lacking.
Right.
Um, I I don't know. It's kind of like becoming a mentor.
Mm-hmm. A teacher to student
Um,
mentality. Yeah.
well, and to be honest, I speak to my mentor every day.
Okay.
We have a very good relationship. She's not with our company, but I speak with her every day. She
Okay.
sees how I'm doing, wants to know what's going on, and that's the kind of thing that I plan on doing this season.
Okay.
Is picking one or two of the strongest and just taking them under my wing
Mm,
and being there if they need somebody to talk to, bounce ideas off of, uh, heck, try new moves on.
nice. Okay.
If they've had an idea and they want to test it out.
All right.
So,
So, and I can totally see that from Issa, from Rebel. When I started, she was very friendly, and she didn't even know what I was going to be, how I was going to be participating in Premier Wrestling. Very friendly and very outgoing. So, yes, I can certainly see that.
well, I'll put it to you this way. Yes, I'm a complete ass and a bitch when I enter that ring, but and I can still be that way outside, but it's showing them the respect from the beginning to get that respect back at the end.
I see. I see.
Um, we've had issues with other people, and I'm not going to name names at this point because it's in the past. But we've had people that didn't show that respect, people that I did try to help, and you know, most people would be like, "Well, you got burnt. Don't do it again." I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm one of those that I'm just going to keep trucking on.
Right.
I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm not gonna change that.
Right. Right. So, season's coming up very, very fast, very soon. What can we expect from you this season coming up?
Hmm. I grew up under the mentality of go big or go home.
Mhm.
Okay.
People see that in my life, go big or go home.
Right.
Um, I've got a few things in the works. I don't want to spoil anything,
No spoilers.
so But my goal is to retain my championship.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get out there every week and you know kick ass and chew bubble gum and hope I don't run out of bubble gum.
I like it.
I know
But
I kind of messed up the saying, but hey, this is me.
nice Rowdy Piper reference there. So, time's running out. We're going to have to end this interview. So, I'm going to ask you the question that I ask everybody here. Who do you have an issue with in Premier Wrestling? And if you do have an issue with somebody, you have the floor to call them out here on this podcast.
Well, let's see. I've got a couple.
Okay, couple.
The first one is Izzy.
Okay. It's a bomb.
She's a bit cocky.
Mm.
And I think that, I need to figure out how to beat the cockiness out of her, maybe.
Ooh.
I like that word.
That's fun. And then the other one is Honey. She's just
Honey Potts, yeah. Who is actually who is currently on medical leave for the concussion that she had, except because of what I was told, she has a stage 3 concussion. So her coming back is kind of up in the air still. Yeah.
Exactly. She got a little big for her britches this last season. And I took care of it.
Mm.
And the only thing I can say at this point is bless your heart, darling.
Oh.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Fair enough.
That's why they call you the Rebel Sweetheart. Oh.
Well, it's that good Southern training, darling.
There you go. All right. Well, we thank you for coming on to our show. We thank you very much. We definitely want to have you back somewhere down the line there. We appreciate that you take the time out of your day, your busy schedule, to come talk to us and things like that. And we'll see you soon. And we can't wait to see what the Rebel Sweetheart has to offer and Premier Wrestling for the next season.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, Rebel, thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure talking with you.
And I'll see y'all in the ring soon.
See you soon. All right.
Good luck out there. Stay strong.
Always.
All right, L.B.A.
All right, yeah. Wow, she's such a sweetheart. I mean, I don't think that's just her MO. I think she's a real sweetheart outside of Premier Wrestling. I really do. So, Jessica, that's the end of our show.
Jessica with a K.
Jessica with a K from around the way. So,
that name.
On behalf of L.B.A, myself, who is me, and Jessica with a K and Premier Wrestling, we like to thank all of our fans for listening, and we'll see you back here next Friday.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Take care and be safe out there.